So currently it is April 27th, 2023, which means I have a month and like 4 days before I am officially out my 20s and into my 30s. Like I'm entering a whole nother decade, bruh. My 20s was fun. It's still fun. And I think the 30s gonna be even better because it's gonna be a different type of fun. You know what I'm saying? You about to learn and unlock some new things about you that you couldn't even imagine you being in your 20s, if I said that right. So I want to share 5 things that I learned in my 20s going to my 30s. Now, with that, these are 5 like important ones. Now, what I want to do next, I want to make a part 2 and I give 30 tips before 30. You know what I'm saying? So if you're interested in that video along with this one, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on all post notifications, man. Because I'm really finna help the people out, especially for the people that's struggling with turning 30. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. It really is cool. I don't care about being called unk or school. Now school, that's a little bit too old. I don't know about being called school. Unk is a stretch too. Or right now, Big Bro is cool. But the other 2 names, because I still feel like I'm in my prime, and I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm a veteran now. You know what I mean? So let's go over these 5 things that I learned in my 20s. Number 1, personal growth. I realize you really have to, take care of yourself. Set boundaries. Now, setting boundaries is a very important one because if you allow it, people will take advantage and run all over you. I also had to work on my own mindset, learn how to think for myself, process stuff. All those 3 things are just crucial to the overall well-being. You feel me? Also, I learned that it's okay to be vulnerable, bro. Like it's okay to talk about your feelings because they're feelings. You feel that way for a reason. We are all wired a different way. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, feelings and emotions is natural, fool. I ain't mean to call y'all fool. And it's okay to seek help when you need it, bro. Like as men, we have to learn to, put our pride aside. And I'm still learning to this day, because, as men, we supposed to be the macho and this and that, and we ain't supposed to ask for help. But, you know, there's nothing wrong with asking for help. And with that, I learned that, when you're vulnerable and asking for help, it can lead to deeper connections. You feel me? True growth takes time. Number 2, career development. Now, my background is I had a couple jobs at 17, 18, then I went to the military and I came back. I had about 1 or 2 jobs, and now I am a, full-time entrepreneur, full-time YouTuber. And I learned that I had to invest, in my business. I learned the value of hard work, networking, finding mentors, and just being open to new opportunities. If Even if I'm feeling comfortable or uncomfortable. You never know what you can do until you step off the porch. You know what I mean? Taking calculated risks. Not stupid risks, but calculated. And it's like, bruh, let's just say a calculated risk is paying for a course or something. Like a high ass course. Like one of my courses I paid for like I wanna say like I think I paid 800 for that course. It was a YouTube course. No, but I know if I got that information, it can catapult me to a whole different level because I know things that the average human being doesn't know about this certain business. You know what I mean? There's no substitute for hard work, bro. You really got to grind and get to it. Some people have it easier than others, but that's not in the cards of everybody. You know, sometimes you just got to get out the mud. Number 3, relationships. Like when I talk about relationships, it can be friendships or you know, uh, relationships with a significant other. I learned that communication is everything. It's probably the most important part of relationships, if we're being honest. Like effective communication can solve 100% of every problem, because at some point it's gonna be a misunderstanding that led to the problem. But if you just talk about it, I can figure out what went wrong, and then y'all separate. You're either gonna be cool or you cut them off. But you communicate, all that can be figured out. With communication, it's important to be open and honest and listening. You gotta listen. With relationships, I learned how to let go toxic relationships. You know, a toxic relationship, it doesn't have no limits. When I mean limits, it can be your closest partner. It could be your mom and daddy. It could be your siblings. Now, it's tough, but if it's toxic and it weighs, it has more cons and pros to your mental. You got to cut them off, bro. It's gonna be tough though, and that's really necessary for your growth and well-being. Also, don't let your ego sabotage relationships. That's a bar. Health and wellness. Man, when I was in my younger 20s, I used to be able to, you know, lift all the heavy weights, do this and that. And now that I'm older, bro, I have to work out a different way. I gotta slow down, I gotta lift less weights, but really focus on my form to make sure, you know, I'm hitting the correct muscle group. Nowadays it's all about just staying in shape and being prepared for, whatever. Now, you don't want to spend your 20s just being reckless with your body because it's going to come back to haunt you. You're not going to be young forever. Hey, I'm at a point where sometimes I'm walking and my knee and my ankle just start hurting out of nowhere. So I learned to take care of my body uh in the early stages of my life, and I'm still doing it to this day. I just gotta do it different now because I'm a little old and my joints be hurting, my bones be hurting, my muscles don't be, what I'm saying, they don't grow as fast as they used to. I don't recover as fast as I used to. But if you don't take care of your body gonna shut down. Trust me. Just try to make sure you get enough sleep, you eating right, and you managing your stress. I like to tell people that's younger than me, like drinking is cool. I ain't gonna make it seem like that it's bad, but I did it excessively in my early 20s, and I know what that looks like. I know what that can do. That can lead to depression and complications in your health. So nowadays, when I see people just like being stringent the way that I was doing, I just try to, give them game like it's cool to drink, but you really need to do that shit in moderation. I'm trying to tell you. Or you can drink the potion. You know what I'm saying? That's moderation too. You go from liquor to wine. Now, if I can go back to my early 20s, I'll be like, hey, bro, drink wine. You might think it's soft or whatever, but drink some wine. Last but not least, finances. Man, I learned to be very frugal, very cheap because I like having money. I like being able to, back in the day, just have 200 or 300, $400 in my pocket just cause, that's just my pocket money. You know, I wasn't being reckless with my money, because I knew everything wasn't gonna be cool. You're gonna have emergencies. You're gonna have mistakes. You're gonna make bad purchases, whatever the case may be. Learning how to take care of my money in the beginning has saved me, as I got older. Try to save if you can. I know it's hard because every time you try to save for a rainy day, it rained that same day. You know what I mean? And now in 2023, everything is so expensive, bro. So finances and money management is important these days. And that's just one of the things I kind of got in control of early, and I'm grateful for that. So let me know what y'all think of these 5 tips, these 5 things that I learned in my 20s. And let me know if you go into your 30s. Let me know what you learned in your 20s down in the comment section. So if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. Follow me on the ground. I take good pictures. Follow me on TikTok. I'm pretty entertaining on there as well. Like, comment, subscribe if you're new to all post notifications. And I'll catch y'all next video, bruh.